got to know them, and after a few years, I think maybe it was 2015 or 16, they sponsored me. And then it was, I think I was sponsored for about a year, and then I decided to move to Spain. And that's when I visited their factory and spoke to them and said, hey, I need a job. And they're like, okay.
You sound so like, all right, we'll throw you a bone.
Well, seeing how she did school them, they're just kind of like, yeah, we better give it to her because we don't know what she can do.
Oh, but yeah, that's how I got into Entrex. And I've just been there for the past, I think it's almost 5 years now. So.
Wow.
That's great. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I could walk into a place and be all like, hey, and then they just give me a job just the way you did. I mean, jeez. But this mug doesn't get me that far. So it's kind of like, who are you? What do you do? What? And they'll just be like, no. So
we can
that's
talk
awesome.
later. That's okay.
We are going to talk. We are definitely going to be talking. But that's awesome to be up, because even I was in the industry. I worked for actually I ended up working for oh my gosh, Sean Walker, who was running the MPPL for a while.
Okay.
And which was fun. And then I ended up working for him at his paintball field. And I helped him build the Camp Pendleton paintball field.
Oh, nice.
I helped out, and then I left, and then they finished it up, but it was a lot of fun doing that. And I also worked for, I don't know if you know, Tony Perez.
Mm-hmm.
You do know him? Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, cool. Because
like, yeah.
Well, no, it's because it's also one of those things like
who I'm talking about.
Well, no, because again, it's another. He was back in the day, so I don't know.
That's true. Well, see, feeding into the legend of Amber Wong.
See, you saying, yeah, I know him. It's like that means that you've been around forever.
Yeah.
It's just coincidence.
True. So I worked for Tony.
Amber. You need to like.
Okay, I gotta lead into this.
Yeah.
just feed into it and just be all like, yeah, I know that person. Shoot, we go way back.
Okay.
But I worked for Tony, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love the guy. We kind of went separate ways because I joined the service and I left working for him. But he was a great guy. I love still every once in a while I'll send a message to him. But I was working in the industry also, so it's funny how small this industry is.
It's tiny.
It is. It's so tiny.
Yeah.
Because everybody that I know. And it's like I never know. I don't know who you were until recently when Carl said, hey, by the way, the legendary Amber Wong wants to talk to you. I was like, or we could set this up. I was like, cool. Yeah, I know who she is.
Well, now you know who I am.
I do.
Real,
yeah.
Legit.
Yeah.
You can actually say you know who I am now.
Yeah, we're best friends. Totally.
I'm telling you, we're bonding over coffee and chocolate and
right.
So
there we go. That's all we need. But that you got into Anthrax and then you went to Cup this year.
Yes.
How many World Cups have you done here in the States? Yeah.
In the States, 2.
Okay.
It would have been more, but of course, 2019. I went into 2019, and then last year was a no-go. Yeah. So if not, then I would have been here last year too. In Cup last year as well, but it was new. So this year. Actually, we were really lucky because they opened up the border like right that week for Europe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Literally, yeah, it was seriously perfect. It was hell for my flights, but it was perfect timing for Cup because Cup was 11, roughly somewhere there, 11 to 13, and they'd opened the border up to Europeans and everything on the 8th.
Oh, wow.
That's cutting it close.
So you had Did you book in advance and in hopes to go, or did you like as soon as it opened, you're like, okay, got to get the ticket
Right.
now?
Yeah. Hopping on that red eye. Yeah.
No, luckily they had actually announced beforehand that they would open it on the 8th.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this
So that
was
was yeah, but actually I felt bad for one of the other, I think one of the German teams, because prior to that, but I waited until maybe 2 weeks before to book, because a month or two before, what they had done was they had announced that it would open on the 1st or something like that. And some of the German teams, they booked flights for, I don't know, 3rd or 4th. And then
it got pushed back.
Exactly, it got pushed back and they couldn't do anything. So now they have credit on Delta.
Well, at least they got credit,
They
It's not
did.
one of the worst
They did.
airlines ever.
unfortunately.
Hey, if we want them to be a future sponsor, we can't say this.
Oh, it's true. This is true. Delta, amazing. I love flying on you. Such
Okay,
comfortable
in
in all
seats.
fairness, I was a Delta Sky Miles member for many, many years. So
Oh wow, look at this guy.
There we go.
I know.
But yeah, I think they booked it because they were told that they could get a cancellation or to move the dates, and then at the end they weren't allowed to, so they had to buy new tickets.
wow.
But
Oh,
they have credit.
true. They got credit. Yay. It's not the same
Yay.
as cash, but yay.
No. So yeah, it took me as for my flights, because I guess everybody was trying to get in to the States during that time. Flights were really limited. It took me almost 48 hours to get to Orlando. So
Dang, that's
yeah, I flew from Spain to Portugal, which is easy, a 2-hour flight, but then I had 22 hours in Portugal. And then a 7.5-hour flight to New York, another 10 hours in New York, and then another 2-hour flight to Orlando. So that was fun.
wow.
So your passport, you know, and I say this with nothing but love. Your passport was probably had just as many stamps in it as Tim's. Tim went
Probably.
everywhere.
He did.
He was incredible. I mean, when we talk about ambassadors of the sport, he definitely was one of them, if not the ambassador of the sport, because he went everywhere. So that's awesome. I mean, it just the fact that, as you said, you're based out of Spain right now, and you're going to all of these different areas, whether down to a PALS event or here to the States for something. That's cool. That to me is super cool. And that just, again, it kind of reminds me of Tim because of how much he went and literally traveled the world, bringing the sport to, as many people as he could come in contact with. That's awesome. I think that's awesome.
Tim was amazing. I spent a lot of time with him after tournaments as well, because he used to come a lot to Asia, and especially in Thailand. We'd all go for drinks after and stuff like that. And actually, I was really happy because in 2019, because I had seen him sometimes in the States and sometimes in Europe and then Thailand. And then we looked at each other and we said, wow. Tim goes, Amber, I think I've seen you more this year than I've seen you in like the last 8 years. I'm like, yeah, we spent a lot of time together. He's like, yeah, and that's great. So yeah, and I really cherish that time because we'd spent time before, but that time was like an intense travel period where both of us just coincided at all the events. And then, the next year he passed. So that was terrible for me.
It was definitely
his passing
huge
touched
loss.
touched so many people in the industry, in the sport. And we've talked about it as well, and then I don't know how well you knew Marcus, but then Marcus passing this past year, it was like, Really? Like we had just barely kind of gotten used to the fact that Tim was no longer with us, and then Marcus passed, you know?
Yeah. I've, I don't know. It's still a bit of a shock to me. Whenever I think about him, yeah, I cannot hear his voice.
Yeah.
Whenever there's a recording, a video, you know, that tribute video to him, when I hear his voice, that's it. I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gone for a bit.
And I apologize if I took you to a somber place, but I mean, I feel like, you know, we can never say enough good things about either of them, you know?
No, it's all good. I think this is one of those bittersweet places.
Absolutely.
You know, just remember it's a painful thing, but at the same time, it's nice to talk about him.
Yeah. Well, it's also
Um,
because all you have is those great memories of, you know, moments like you just said, where it's like, I think I've seen you a billion times just in this short time, you know, and it's like, it just brings a smile to your face because it's
Yeah.
a funny thing to think about, but it's hard to think that that person is not going to be here, you know, still.
yeah. I remember when I first found out, I thought it was a joke. I had been playing Call of Duty. And for real, I broke down and I couldn't play Call of Duty for several months after that.
Oh, wow.
Because you know it was just such a bad association for me after that. I play now.
Well, that's good.
I play now.
We're going to have to talk.
I get very mad at hackers, but I play now. But yeah, that's just how much Tim meant to me. You know, we were talking before we started. It's crazy how well you get to know people in the community without technically
Knowing them
per se. I mean, I've never been to Tim's house, for example, but you know, Tim was a big part of my life. Also, I've known him for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, if you put it all together, it's time. You know, I went to ICC as Antrax, but also as Tim's friend. You know, and things like that. It's crazy how the community comes together. I don't know if this exists in other sports. I don't think so.
I don't think it does either. The only parallel that I would be able to draw, because I when I was younger, I grew up playing hockey. Mm-hmm. And so the only parallels that I've ever found between playing hockey and playing paintball is the camaraderie within the team. You know, it means more to play for the name on the front of your jersey than it does the name on the back. You know, if that makes sense. And the fact that, you know, when we talk about teams as a family, that was very much true in the time when I played hockey, and it's still true today with not only Eugene and I mean, we co-captained a team together, and our lives had very parallel you know, paths. Our kids were born 2 weeks apart from each other, you know, and they've grown up having been friends. In fact, I'm gonna be spending Thanksgiving with Eugene and his family. So, you know, this is a friendship that Eugene and I mean, he's not my friend, that's my brother, you know, and we've talked about it on our last episode. What's that?
I said, except I'm brown.
Yeah. And I think I speak a little bit more Spanish than he does.
Yeah.
But I only know the really good words.
I believe you.
But on our
out there.
Yeah. But on our last episode, you know, we were talking with Niles Burgess from Texas Cyclones, and he had kind of that same, you know, that same aesthetic to his the way he put the team together, and that it's a family. Yeah. You know,
they've adopted us into their family, and now we're part of the Cyclone family. I'm stoked.
That's very true.
Sweet.
And everybody that has ever talked about anybody that's ever talked about, you know, the guys that they came up playing with. A perfect example would be Dynasty. I mean, these guys have known each other literally since they were kids. And to this day, they're still involved in each other's lives, whether it's on the field, off the field. So no, I would agree with you. I don't think that there is another sport that's quite like that in the sense of, you know, that family value. And just as you said, I mean, Tim kind of epitomized that, because everybody that he's ever met have, you know, so many similar stories of just how warm and open he was, and how everything that he brought to the table in terms of him as an individual was just, I mean, you know, nobody ever had anything negative to say. And that's in short supply in the world today, you know? So
I met him once at an event. He came to our booth. No, I'm dying because of ghosts. No, actually it's my coffee too. I'm doubling up on the caffeine. But he came to our booth once. God, I forgot which. It was, I think it was Buffalo. And he came in and just started talking to us. I was like, I don't even know who this guy is. But the nicest guy in the world, and just wanted to talk to us. And we're just like, sweet, you want to sit on our couch, chill right here? He was there for a little while and then, you know, moved on. It was like, and then I found out who he was, and it's like, cool. All right. But, you know, at least, but I do have a memory of him that it's like, I know who he was, how he was. And everybody that has ever met him has a story where it's just like, he just started talking paintball with me, and he was just like, you know, I really didn't even know who he was. And he just started talking to me. And it was like,
I guess it's like the Keanu Reeves of paintball sat on your couch.
Seriously,
Yeah,
I should have saved that couch. Oh my gosh.
And then he leaves and you Google him and it's like, oh my God, it's Keanu Reeves.
Exactly. Just sat there and it's like, all right, I'm going to go now. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
No, he was amazing. What made Tim extra amazing was Tim's work ethic. You know, I wasn't just friends with him. We worked together technically too. I had to work with him on damages orders, ICC stuff, blah, 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 as Antrax with Lux or ICC or damage. But Tim was one of the people who had everything organized on time. He came to me to arrange their jerseys like way ahead of time. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not last minute. This is awesome. I love you. You know, so that was one of the things. I mean, one of the biggest problems we deal with as a jersey manufacturer is the guys coming like, I don't know, 2 weeks before an event and asking for jerseys.
Yeah. Oh, got this great brand new design you guys put together for us, you know, and you're like,
that's so typical of just paintball in general.
You know, I think that's typical of guys in general.
We try to get people to come on the show and they're like, yeah, I'll be on, you know, what day? Okay. And then the date comes up. Hey, so, you know, you available?
No.
No. Can we move it? Yeah, let me check my schedule. All right, we'll try this day. No, not going to work. It's like herding cats. We're like trying to wrangle everything, and it's like, it just not.
I was about to say that.
I do that enough at work. I don't need to do it in my free time.
Oh yeah. No, I feel your pain because I captain the team as well. And it's the same thing. So I've been on both sides of it. I've been like the jersey manufacturer saying, hey guys, if you guys don't reply my emails in time, you don't get stuff in time. You know, and then on the other side, like, hey guys, and everybody's got an opinion on what they want on the jersey. You know, this always happens. And this is why like I kind of like the teams where the captain is the dictator. And I was a dictator.
I saw that little look
Wait,
off
wait.
to the side.
Amber, how tall are you?
5'2".
And I'm guessing that most of those guys are like, like 5'8", 10, 6 foot.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
totally picture this little Amber saying, look, guys, this is how it's gonna
dressing
go.
down the whole team.
Oh gosh. There
you
was
heard it. You heard it here. The legend of Amber Wong. She's actually Napoleon.
I remember I went to South Africa in 2019 for the SARPL there. And there were these two guys who were like 6'4" or 5, and I was just in between them. And they only took the picture from here up, and it looked like I was sitting down between these two guys. That's how tall they were and how small I was. So it just is what it is. I can't do anything. I've been this height since I was 12.
Oh my gosh, that just I'm about to go on a tangent. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so on topic. So again, I'm
on topic.
I'm cruising through the website right now, and I'm now looking at your guys' pants.
Okay.
And I'm like, my interest is piqued as well. So tell us a little bit about like some of the new products that you guys are going to be releasing. We kind of already touched on the gear bags, things like that. Are we going to be seeing newer designs on things from you guys? Are you bringing new products that you have not done before?
We always have a lot of things in development. This is the thing. Sometimes I get really excited, but I can't talk about it because it's not released.
There's
yet.
all NDAs getting involved.
Yeah. Like I know what's going on behind the scenes, but we just released a light soft shell jacket. I don't know if you guys see it on the website. But yeah, so that's a very interesting one that we have been with the pants. I think we just released the pants only like 3 years back, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I don't recall having seen them before, which again is why I got really excited.
It's really good. So far, one of our biggest, well, we started off with the low gravity pants. We have two types of pants, which is the low gravity pants. That one had a lot of features, but when we put in a lot of features, it drove the price tag up. And this was, for teams to come in and then they're like brand new. They don't know whether Antrax pants are good. Price tag is high. So this pants, the teams that did get them liked them, but it was slower for teams to adopt them. So we came up with a second pair of pants called the Spartan pants that are durable, but maybe have less features. Maybe we don't have groin padding. Sorry, guys. Removable thigh padding, no mesh, a bit less mesh. I'm sorry, but you're training to not get shot, especially in the groin.
Yeah,
but it still happens. It's like a target.
Well, yeah, it still happens, but that's the thing is like more guys should be cognizant of the fact that, I know a lot of players wear slide shorts and things like that. These things have the pouch for the cup if you need it.
I know.
But nobody goes, oh, I should put something in there to dummy. And then
all the other sports have it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But, they're thinking, it's such a small ball. What is it going to really, and how often do it? No,
it happens enough times. You get shot in the chode, you'll remember.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go on a small slight tangent here.
Go for it.
Because I have a story. I also do Krav Maga.
Yes, okay. I saw that. I was like, oh my God.
Watching some of the videos on your Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. So I also do Krav Maga. And the thing is, guys often think, I don't know why, they're invincible when they're training with a girl. But my head trainer always makes the guys wear guards. And so once in a while, the guys will go, I'm not wearing, I'll be like, I'm supposed to do a kick as part of the thing. And I say, are you wearing a groin guard? And they go, no, but it's okay. We're fine. But the thing is, my kicks are strangely accurate.
Strangely, I
Yeah.
think.
So, there's some times when I'm doing it and I go, oh, it's really soft. And then I turn and he's on the ground. And once or twice, I went to a dojo in Malaysia and we were doing that. He goes, okay, I'm going to grab your wrists from behind and you are going to turn and donkey kick. I said, are you wearing a guard? So this is the thing. He'd been teaching the girls all in his dojo, kind of just no contact. But I had been taught with contact. So when I did the kick, I was like, oh, it's so soft. And then I turn around and he's rolling on the floor. And he's like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I felt so bad. But he was like, after like 10 seconds, he goes, guys, see, the kick works. Okay, girls. He turned it into a teaching opportunity.
A teaching moment, yeah.
And he goes, that's on me. I should have worn guards, but see, girls, don't worry. If you ever worried whether it works, it works. It's just...
And then he vomits.
No, to his credit, he didn't. But my kick was controlled. I was just like, oh, just like a tap. But
and that's the worst is the tap.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't even need to hit like full on. You could just like blow past and we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my tangent.
Well, actually, because I was going to get into more of your, the other things that I saw on your Instagram when I was being a creeper. And no, Krav Maga was one of the things I was like, holy crap, she does that. That's something I've always wanted to get into, never got into. I still might, because I want to do something, because I need to definitely get in better shape for what I do. But so anyways, yeah, that was something that I wanted to touch on anyways. So cool.
Well, I'm a certified instructor.
But you are also in Barcelona.
Yeah, all the reason to visit.
I am. That's why you guys have to come here.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody wants us to go everywhere. How do we? Dennis, we got to do like a world traveling tour in like a month and hit every single spot.
Right.
Boom. There we go.
So we have Texas Cyclones who want us to come down so we can have some real Texas barbecue.
Ooh.
He wants us to come up to Montana so we can eat deer.
And I can go fishing with
so you can go fishing with Mike. And then we're gonna come visit you in Spain. I personally want true paella.
Oh yeah, I can take you guys for that, no problem.
Because I mean, I went through culinary school twice. I know how to make it, but I guarantee it pales in comparison to what I would get there. I guarantee it.
I think so.
Dang, dude, she just put you down without even trying your whatever you said.
No. I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying I guarantee no matter where I go here in North America, it's not going to be half as good as what I would get there. I guarantee it.
Probably more than likely. But okay, we got to move back from our tangent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're back to Anthrax and your wonderful stuff, especially because we've got Christmas coming up.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to talk about what you guys have right now. And you mentioned that Black Friday is coming up. So all you people that are here in the States, sit at your computer.
Anywhere,
even your phone, and get on Anthrax and wait for that moment at 12 for their Black Friday sale to begin, because you want to pick up their stuff.
And then fill up your cart.
Yeah, fill it up. And tell them Amber Wong sent you. And fill it up.
I like it. Put it in the notes.
Yeah, say hi to Amber.
Yeah, we've got up to 60% off. Yeah, and so this is the sort of thing. I'm going to address a few questions that I normally get when this comes about. No, I cannot give you this on an email order. If you guys come to me, you guys have to go to the website and order there. Because I've had people that come and they say, hey, you know what? We're going to order custom jerseys. Can we do the other stuff at Black Friday prices? I'm like, no, bro. No. You gotta do that there. That's a website thing. So that's one. I know that the paintball specific stuff is going to be, I think, 30% off. Paintball jerseys, paintball pants, it's going to be 30% off. So that's huge because normally if the jerseys and the pants, we don't give these discounts, not at this level, any other time of the year. So actually, Black Friday kind of breaks our production a little bit in a good way. Like my head of production's like tearing his hair out because there's so many orders. We've had times where I think in recent years it's just been going up. It's crazy because I guess more people know about it, so they wait for that time to pick up really nice things, and yeah, and so the volume of. We've had our website break because there were too many people trying to order. It's nuts. Yeah,
I can
I'm like,
imagine.
someone tells me, they're like, Amber, I can't order. I'm like, why? Websites, and I have to like message our tech guy, and I'm like, hey, it's down. Code red, come back, fix it.
You just got to have somebody on 24 hours for those few days of the Black Friday sale, because you tell them, hey, it's going to go down. You better be like, as soon as it goes down, yeah.
Oh, no, it is nuts because I think a lot of our gear is very high quality. Have you guys ever touched or felt some of our jerseys and stuff?
Yes, I have.
I unfortunately haven't, and I'm like, I gotta.
Yeah, no, they're not like any of the other jerseys that I've really felt that are on the market right now. A lot of them mass produced. Nothing against Empire or Dye or anything like that, but of course, it's mass produced. They need to be able to find ride that fine line between providing a quality product and still having a profit margin. So they may not use as sturdy materials or what have you, and again, nothing wrong with that. You got to make money, but your soft goods are really, really well made. I have to admit that I find a lot of the times like the stitching around the arms, the gusset here in the armpit, stuff like that. Those tend to be the areas that will fail first. And I have yet to really see any of your jerseys that show any kinds of signs of wear and tear. And I'm talking about like even on guys who literally are going headfirst into rocks and dirt, and so I mean it's a high quality product. And looking at, again, I'm on the website right now and I'm looking at the various things that are available. You're not breaking the bank. No. I really have to admit that. I mean, your prices are very competitive with a lot of other companies that are out there.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. I think I'll say this, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I first joined the company, I think we hadn't quite positioned ourselves or established ourselves as really high quality gear at that point in time. So I had teams that came to me like bargaining for and comparing the prices to, let's say, a Pakistani a jersey manufacturer. And I said, look, we just cannot match this pricing because you have to understand the difference in quality. If you look at, I can understand it if the quality was equal or even not that much different. But I think back then maybe people were not tuned in to the fact that our stuff is very durable. The printing's great, blah blah blah. And I'm not just talking about this as well. I am talking about it as an employee, but I liked the company for years before I joined them. And that's why Anthrax was on the short list of companies that I was looking to join, because I personally do not want to work for a company where I don't believe in the products.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, why would you sell something that you don't have faith in? Yeah.
Exactly. So, I've always been impressed by Antrax's attention to quality. We make everything in-house in Greece, where the company is located. And also, we don't have minimum order quantities for customs. So this is something that I think teams, it blows their minds still.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can't honestly think of another company that does custom work that you literally can do a one-off. They usually have, it's like you said, there's got to be some sort of a minimum, whether it's, we need a minimum five jerseys, 10 jerseys, what have you. No, like anybody could log onto your website right now, design a jersey, and it's that one jersey,
Exactly.
and that kind of an offer you don't come across very often, especially at the quality you guys are bringing to the table. So no, absolutely.
I think we just got to send you guys some stuff so Eugene can actually touch and feel stuff, because he's like looking a little lost.
Oh, no. I'm looking at your stuff right now on the website. I'm loving what I'm seeing, and I feel bad that I haven't been able to get my hands on it. And
we got to fix that.
Actually, yeah, well, I'm by all means, I'm open to it. But I've heard about the product, and I've heard other people, like Dennis was saying, hearing about how great the jerseys are, how, again, it's the durability of it, but how well it feels also. Not like the jerseys that I've gotten, same thing like him, I've gotten my share of Empire, and even the jerseys that I have from Behind the Mask from back in the day that we had made were very cheap feeling, and we spent a lot of time on the field filming, so we're getting shot the hell up. Oof. And there was one time I was out at an MPPL, had my back towards, of course, the opposite field, and I'm filming the guy in the back corner. I'm at 50. That's where I'm at. Guy comes out from behind and just rails into my back.
Eugene,
I don't know how many hit me, but he lit me up, and I had to stand there and not even flinch, because I've got my eye on one guy, and you can't even see me moving whatsoever in the footage either. The footage is still steady as hell. The guy comes up after the game, and he's all like, "Dude, I am so sorry. I railed into your back." He's all, "But dude, you are a beast. You took that like a man." And I'm like, "Thanks." Yeah.
As he wipes his
I can imagine. Oh, that must have hurt. Okay, because I used to take photos and small videos for my magazine. When you're a small magazine, sometimes you do it all, sometimes too, for the smaller events. Yeah. And if you know the game, you know where to stand to not get hit. So I used to walk into the field in like short shorts, right? Because in Asia it's hot. And they'd be like, "Are you crazy?" And I'm like, no, just know where to stand. You won't get hit. But see, this is the thing. If you're filming like that, you can't do that. You don't have that luxury of moving somewhere you're not going to get hit. I feel you.
But I have a jersey from back then that from all the hits, you could still see, even though it's been washed, even though it's still, and it's fallen apart and stuff. And it's like, man, I wish we would have gotten better jerseys, which that's something that we want to do, is get some new jerseys for our new design and all that other stuff. But definitely, I was looking at your stuff, and those Spartan pants, those look beautiful.
I hear you hint. I got you.
No hint. I'm serious. There's no hint. They just, I'm telling you. And also just the website in general, I'm looking and scrolling through it, and it was like, man, this is a pretty website.
Yeah, no,
this is not like your typical paintball website. It's actually
and it's
nice,
very easily navigatable on your phone. Like a lot of companies might say, "Oh yeah, we have a mobile optimized website," but you still have to go into landscape mode because it cuts part of it off, or the drop down menu doesn't work. Like you go to click on something and it just goes back up again. This is really like I mean, you can literally go on there, one tap, you're good.
So you're hearing it from us here at Behind the Mask. We completely back Anthrax now. From their product to their website to the legendary Amber Wong, which we are going to create a whole legend.
We are.
We
Just
should.
wait.
Oh
Just
my
wait,
God!
Amber.
I just got a new
gosh.
idea. You know how they have that Bigfoot that's always, they have this silhouette walking.
Yeah, the running Bigfoot. It's gonna be.
Amber Wong, make a shirt with a paintball gun, and you're just walking.
I'm telling
and it's
you,
like, have you
Oh my
seen her?
gosh.
urban myth come to life.
Oh, we are going to talk as soon as we're done with this. We're going to talk a little bit more.
He's a cryptid.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
In the
that-
best
wow.
way possible, Amber. In
Yeah.
the best way possible.
But
I
I mean,
feel
I'm
the
hearing,
love. I feel the love.
like you said, again, from the beginning of our conversation, it's like we've already known you for like ever. But what the one thing that's bringing us in common is, well, two, coffee and paintball, the two things. I wanted to say one, but then I was like, no,
Not
it's
one,
coffee.
two.
Oh, that's awesome. Speaking of the Spartan pants, we use ballistic nylon for the knees. Okay. And the last game that I played was Living Legends in 2019. Okay. And I had not played for a long time, but all the moves were still in my head. So I wore the Spartan pants out and I went in like basically balls out, so to speak. And after a while I said, Amber, this is a forest. You should not be sliding. But you know what? My pants held up. I was sliding through rocks and roots and my pants held up. So,
well, so at least you know that the pants will hold up. The body might, but the pants definitely will.
yep. So yeah, I actually want to play Hawaiian Legends that's coming up, I think next year in February. So are you guys going to be there?
Everybody asks us every time. Well, they always ask, hey, are you going to be at this tournament?
Are you going to be at this event?
It's worth the ask.
Well, it's just, it's the money to get to certain.
B will be there with Destiny Hawaii.
Yeah, B will probably be there with Destiny Hawaii. But
I love her.
It's the lack of funds at times for us. We're still small, real small. I mean, look at us.
I'm still a working stiff, so.
And unfortunately, my contract is not up, but I could still get another job somewhere if I want to, and I want to.
I was going to make a joke about being 5'2" and smaller, but yeah. Just putting it out there.
See, this is the other reason why this has been one of the more fun episodes that we've recorded, is because you have such a great sense of humor.
Oh, thanks, guys.
And I mean that in the sense that you yourself are able to, kind of,
you're quick.
Lampoon yourself,
quick.
Thank you guys for having me. I mean, it's super fun for me, and you guys are quick too, and that's why I think everything's just been kind of bouncing really well, and I've enjoyed myself.
That's our whole thing with this isn't to be just like, hey, we've got so and so on, and then have our list of questions and be like, 1 through 10, we're going to go through these questions, and then it's like, it's been great talking to you. All right, bye.
Yeah,
we want to.
This is much more relaxed. This is much more. We're intending to have fun, and that's what we do. But I still feel like we need to address why you're here, which is as not only as a representative of the sport, but a woman in the sport. But then you also work for one of the companies that I think is producing some of the best soft goods that are on the market right now. That being said, again, going back to the
wait, what was that look for? She stopped. She's like,
No. It's just that if I think I've done so many things randomly that I guess we've actually covered quite a lot. Like a lot, like me as a player, the magazine I used to run, my coffee bar somehow, a little bit of cup, me as Anthrax, and then me. Well, now as you mentioned, me as a woman. So, if you want to touch more on that, ask me.
Well, the other
So
thing.
Amber, as a woman,
I'm waiting.
well, no, I mean, because we have had, one of our big, one of my older friends, besides Dennis in paintball, is B Young Paxson.
Mm-hmm.
B Young's is, everybody knows who B is. She's been around forever, even though we know that you've probably been around longer because we have. But we've we're working with her, and we want to promote Destiny and how the women of Destiny, how this year they took first place again.
We got first place again.
Yeah, which is awesome. And then she's a big thing with the WNXL.
Mm-hmm.
That they did the whole exhibition game, and it was a fun game to watch. And those girls played. I'd be scared to get on the field with them.
Oh, hell yeah.
But again, we know that this is a sport that honestly the playing field is leveled.
Oh, it's extremely leveled.
And every episode I've said, if you could run, if you can shoot, and you can dive, you can play this sport. That's plain and simple. It doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. It's a level playing field. And at 5'2", you could hide behind every bunker out there and not even have to crouch down.
Well, her and Carrie Blanco,
Oh my gosh, you've seen the Blanco sisters, right? From Destiny. Those girls have they go to from 0 to Mach 2 in seconds. I was watching that game and I was like, I just saw a little blur that took off to the snake, and it was one of the Blanco sisters in there. But anyways.
Well, Carrie literally crashing into the bunker, going over the top to hit the buzzer.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was so great.
No, it's awesome. I love it when they replayed that.
Her feet up in the air as she goes back.
That's awesome.
She was all in.
It was amazing to watch that because I think women have always been a minority in this sport. We're doing so much, and we still continue to do so much to try and encourage women to come and join the sport, and be more than most has put in so much time and effort into building a space where women can feel they're a part of it and not just a minority, because the thing is, if I've seen some comments online where guys go, oh, I don't feel like we should have a women's only league. I don't feel like the girls should come in and play with the guys. And I agree with this on the higher level female players who really want to make sure that they are seen as players, not female players, players. I completely agree with this. But for women who are new to the sport, for example, this can be intimidating.
Oh, absolutely.
And what we want to do, and the good thing about WNXL and women's only teams or whatever, is that it is a good stepping stone to start bringing in women to become female players, and then at some point graduate to players, so to speak, if that makes sense. Because I mean, when I first started, I also spoke to some women. I said, come join us and whatever not. And they go like, oh, but does it hurt? And I'm like, well, yes, but and maybe if I had an all-female team back then, it would be easier because I say, hey, look, we're all women. We're all women. Come join us, see what it's like. Because I think also we want to encourage fresh blood into the sport, male or female. It's hard enough to get fresh male blood this sounds weird when I put it like that. You know, fresh male blood into the sport.
He's talking about fresh meat, guys. I'm just saying. No.
Wait, okay. New players. Okay.
Yes. Okay. New players, whether it's male or female, new players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get new male players to come in and commit to the sport. It's even harder to get new female players in to try it in the first place, much less commit.
Yeah.
So I feel this is the crucial difference that people are not addressing. You know, it doesn't mean that having an all-female team means that they're less of anything. You've seen it. You yourself said it. It's a level playing field. It's a no contact sport. It doesn't require you to be bigger, heavier, stronger, so to speak. If you can run, you can hold a marker, you can shoot, you can aim, you're good.
Yeah.
You know, I started in the snake because I was small at first, but I ended up in center back because I was Napoleon. You know?
Oh, I'm gonna say it right now. Here's the tangent I was going on earlier. So there's an anime that I watch, which, yes, everybody, I am a huge nerd. I watch anime. I got nothing better to do at work, so that's what I do. There's an anime called, oh God, it's about this, like the world is different and like World War II is happening again, but there's this one little girl, she's tiny, and she's known as like the demon of the sky. She's like, oh, major, just general. She moves up the ranks real quick and she takes charge of all these men. And at first men are like, who is this? And then when they see how just vicious she is and just a little dictator, they're like, we're following her wherever she goes because she's going to take charge. I just pictured that. Oh my God, I'm putting that up underneath. Every time you say little dictator, it's going to be all like, boop, there she is. Oh
my God. I feel so inspired by this person. You must tell me. I watch anime. Okay.
Really?
You're not the only nerd. So tell me the name of this anime off later and I'll look for it. I was really touched because I was asked, when I played Living Legends, I was a little crazy. Because I played it like I would play speedball, right? So I went all the way to the front lines. I commandeered one of the medics and I was just shooting my way through. And I was like, you stay here, but you wipe me. He's like, okay.
You wipe me?
Just you heal me, you know? You're like my healer, you stay down there. And I was just shooting. And I was in the front lines. So that was super fun. But I guess I am aggressive on the field. But yeah, so later on, I think recently, Rob Rivera, do you know him? He's one of the Woodsball players. Okay, anyway, he's one of the squad commanders or whatever. I'm a bit hazy on the titles. And he said, hey, Amber, if you're coming to Hawaiian Legends or Living Legends, I want you in my squad. I'm like, oh, thank you. He's like, and he told me, he's like, you play like an animal.
Look at that face, everybody.
And I was like, oh, that's the bestest thing anyone has ever said to me.
I love that. It's like, you're just so sweet. You're just like, yeah. And then there's this, and then I'm just an animal. It's like, oh, jeez.
I didn't see my own face, so.
When you see this, I'm gonna probably zoom in and be like,
yeah, we'll make sure to tag you in the Instagram so that way you can check out the YouTube video because it was really good. It was really good.
Oh, that look. Okay, so Amber Animal Wong. Let's hear it.
Well, yeah, that was it. I played like yeah.
Well, okay. So the other thing that I kept trying to bring up, because again, going back to anthrax, paintball, and whatnot. So I was looking at the website, and so you guys have branched out into other sports. You do singlets for Are those for running or for wrestling?
They're for wrestling. They're federation approved.
wow.
Because they actually have certain formats that they need the wrestling singlets in. So we sponsor quite a few national teams. I think British is one of them, Malaysia is one of them, a few others. Funnily enough, the Malaysian one wasn't even through me. They had contacted my colleague. So there's that. But it's also used in rowing competitions. I think the British national powerlifting team does some stuff with us. We've got a lot of national teams for outside sports. We do. And I also have customers that do scuba diving, motor surfing, all over.
Surfing?
Motor surfing, yeah.
Moto surfing. I've never heard of that.
It's a surfboard with a motor in it, a gas motor. Well, the fastest ones go with gas.
Interesting.
They do races. It's pretty fun. I just came back from a surf cruise that they had invited me on in Turkey. It was really good. So they're really, I think if you look at my Instagram, you'll probably see it.
I'm not going to be that big of a creeper right now, but later I will.
No, but yeah, just for the surf cruise, it was called the Ocean Rabbit Surf Cruise. So they had started doing surf cruises for motor surfers, and then they invited me to go test their beta surf cruise. And I said, cruise in Turkey. Okay, yes, I'm coming. I'll see you guys in a bit, So
God, see, I need a job like that. Instead, my job is like, you're going to Poland or to Alaska. Oh, okay. I know why. I don't want to go there, but it's not fun. But Amber gets like, you want to go try some motor surfing? You have the perfect job, Amber.
I like my job. I cannot deny this.
Yes, we need to talk. I need to go with you over there and work for Anthrax.
Oh no, it's good. It's a good company. I like working. I have no patience for a job where you sit around and pretend to be productive, so to speak, or you don't like the products and you're just kind of pushing it out there because it's your job. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I know this is a luxury. I mean, I've worked my way up towards this job, to the point where I can get a job where I work remotely because I'm based in Spain. The company's based in Greece. I have travel privileges and all that. But I mean, it didn't start that way. My first job was a really crappy one.
Just like
you
everything.
haven't worked at least one crappy job in your life, you've never worked.
Yeah. Exactly. So it was, if I look back at my pay for that job, I want to cry. It's like, oh my God. But that crappy job introduced me to the next boss because he said, you know what, you did a great job despite blah, 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 blah. I want to hire you. I said, okay. So I moved to that one. And then from that, it just keeps going. So if you do a good job in whatever you're doing, there's always something that comes out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's how I'm here with Anthrax and enjoying my motor surf cruise. So
which is awesome. But
it is.
Oh man, we keep going on tangents.
I know.
We were on a good roll for the women's league and everything, and then all of a sudden we just went.
Dennis tried to keep us on track.
I know. You and me are bad. We're bad.
We're bad for each other.
Yeah, I got to stay off. I just got. You know what? I'm going to turn off my mic. Wait, I better not do that because it actually will turn off if I wave my hand under it. But so okay. One thing I wanted to say was going back to the women's league. And you were mentioning how, that the women's league could be the launching pad to move them into the pro teams, even though it is a women's pro team, or women's pro league that they're saying that this is,
Mhm.
you know, this gives opportunities for the pro teams, the regular pro teams,
To actually scout talent.
see females and see them in an environment where they're playing at a definitely at a higher level, and they're not just looking at this because this is what, you know, they always say, well, this is why you got this or you got that. But it gives the teams the opportunity is mask is on and they're playing, and you can see the actual talent. It doesn't matter, and we can start seeing women being pulled into pro teams, the dynasties, the impact, all these teams, you know, where we normally don't see that. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, even though people say what they say about me and say that, you know, all this, yeah, I really do advocate for, as far as this, you know, with this women's league and seeing women move up into the other areas in the paintball fields, because right now I think we have 15% of our listeners are actually women, which was cool.
Oh.
I saw that and I was like, hey, that's cool. We're actually
Wow.
reaching out to them. I'm sure that once they saw us on YouTube, that number went way down, but hey, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, once they put faces, to the voices, probably took a bit of a dip there. But
They might be going like, they got the face for podcasts. We're just going to listen to them. But
face for radio. I've said it before. I've got a face for radio.
But this gives an opportunity for them to be able to move into the paintball sport and play, because you're right. They asked, does it hurt? Well, you can't ask me that. You really can't ask me, does it hurt? Because I've played for so long that it can, depending on where you get hit. But honestly, it doesn't even faze me anymore. You can riddle me with balls and I'm going to still walk up to you and still try to stab you with, you know, my barrel. But pull a Lasoya and be like,
somebody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But, you know, this is a great opportunity. So like you said, you know, cross your fingers, hope for this to really get into something. But it's also up to the NXL to promote it properly.
Yeah.
That's where it's going to fall. And that's what might be like, okay, they had a great exhibition, but how are they going to handle it come next year?
Yeah. How are they going to build from there? Same goes with that youth team exhibition. You know, we had Haley Leva. I don't know if you know her or have spoken with her. She plays with Destiny as well.
Remember, Amber, it's just
I just nod and say yes. But she was not only part of Destiny, you know, this year, but she also participated in the WNXL thing. But she played for a team that she kind of helped start called the AC Kids. She's based out of Texas, AC Dallas and AC Diesel, affiliated with them. But since she's kind of aged out, I guess is the best way to describe it. You know, they started an actual kids team under the AC Kids title. And so she was coaching them, and they had that youth exhibition game. And that was really exciting too, because again, we're opening doors to parts of the market that maybe have not been catered to as much. I know a lot of fields for a long time, at least here in California, they had a minimum age requirement. And whether that's still the case, I don't know for sure, because, you know, our kids are over the age of 10 anyway. So
yeah, but the ages are starting to drop because they're introducing more of the jelly ball,
and the 50 cal. Yeah.
Jelly ball has been, I think, amazing for introducing kids to the sport. You know, that's interesting, because I think I spoke to someone from AC Kids at Cup. So I don't know if they're coming aboard without jerseys, but I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's amazing. I think one of the good things is that for kids in general, I think there's a lot of support for kids to come in to the sport. I've seen the pro teams do a lot of youth camps. For example, I've seen, and the community in general is very accommodating and supportive of kids.
Yes.
You know, Granted, there can be some things that happen, like the brawls during World Cup, that are not good examples at all.
Yeah.
But apart from that, there's I don't know if you guys know Andrew Starrett from Ali Remembered.
Yes. I know of him.
We know of him. We know of him. We haven't had a chance to actually speak with anybody, but we know of him.
Yeah, no, Andy actually is very close with McDev, whom we are partnered with. We still work with the other marker companies, but we're more closely partnered with McDev. So Ali Remembered, the organization that is advocating against awareness for domestic abuse, because Andy, I don't know if you know the story. Ali is Andy's daughter, and she passed from domestic abuse. So Andy has been bringing a lot of kids, and I think for World Cup it was actually really interesting because he brought this kid whom I think had autism. And Kieran.
Yes. Yeah. I did.
And
I
it
saw
was-
that.
You saw that?
Sorry.
You saw that?
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, and I love that he gave this kid a chance. But what he did was also, because obviously they're going to process things a little differently. So he spoke to the refs beforehand to make sure that it was a safe environment for Kieran. And, this makes all the difference in the world. You do not want a kid to come in and have a bad experience.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid did, and this is, I think, we Antrax also work with a few other autistic teams. There is one in the UK. I cannot remember the team's name right now, but it's a team of fully autistic kids. So this is amazing to me, because it shows how inclusive the sport can be to kids and to women in general. One of the, sorry, I'm jumping here and there, but it just reminded me that during the WNXL, one of the bestest comments that I heard, I was in the grandstands, and during that flip over the bunker point, the guy next to me, he said, "Wow, that was the best point I've ever seen." And I was like, wow, because there were no, qualifiers that, this was the best play I've seen for a woman.
Yeah, exactly. That was the best point I've ever seen. Yeah.
Exactly. He just goes, that was the most intense. That was the best point I've ever seen. And for me, that marks a level of respect for women as players, and not just female players. And I think that WNXL allowed that to be highlighted. So I'm looking forward to seeing what more comes out of the WNXL. I know it's a lot of work to gather everyone and sort everything out, but I really, really hope that this can grow into its own thing. We used to have, I think we used to have more all-female teams. I feel that we used to have more all-female teams, and that there are less now. So I hope that with the WNXL, we can encourage more of this again. So that's it. And maybe I can play. Hey.
Well, and
Bring
actually
in that legendary Amber Wong. I'm just going to
legendary Amber Wong. Exactly.
So it's always going to. But
that was going to be my question. That was going to be my question: is if you were given the opportunity, would that be something that you could, potentially, that we could see in the future for you?
I hope so. I miss it, being real. I don't miss the hole in my wallet, but I miss it. That was one of the things that made me also stop playing. Organizing and working brought me money. Then this one just ate all of my money.
You were putting it right back into.
Exactly. Well, technically, it's like supporting the system again, but I gotta eat. I love my food. So, but yeah, it could be something. I have been thinking about playing for some time. So we'll see where that leads. Maybe in 2022, I'm looking. B B has had an open offer for me to guest with Destiny for some time. I just have never taken advantage of it.
Oh,
So
you should definitely take that up so you can get yourself one of those big fat rings that now they have two of.
I want that
Yeah.
ring. I want that ring.
So do we. God, you have to just take it from somebody. But you know what? I just looked at how long we've gone. I think this has now been the
2 hours.
longest.
This
Yeah,
is the
we've
longest
gone
episode
2
we've ever
hours.
recorded.
I didn't even
Wow.
realize. I had no idea until I looked down because I was getting text messages. I was like, "Oh crap, we've been on for 2 hours." So we're probably going to split this up into two.
Mhm.
So not only do we got one amazing episode with the legendary Amber Wong. Wait, no, even better. The legendary Amber the Beast Wong.
There you go.
It's going to become your nickname.
They're
It's
like
going to catch on.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to split this up into 2 episodes so we can have everything going, because this whole conversation has not only been fun for me and for Dennis. I mean, look at how long we've been on and didn't even realize it.
Didn't even realize it. Yeah.
It's been flowing. It's been great. But I think our listeners definitely want to hear everything that they can about you, Amber. I mean, you've gone from a Malaysian coffee bar owner to player to you're working for one of the biggest companies that has amazing gear, and just everything. Definitely want to put it all in. And I don't want people to be like, man, this has been going on for like 2 hours. Instead, I want them to be like, an hour. I want to hear what the next hour has for me, because it's great.
Definitely.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. I didn't even realize how long it's been, being real. So time has flown by for me as well. Now that you tell me it's 2 hours, I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
He's
There's
like,
proof,
guys, I
people.
need to go eat dinner.
She's got to eat. I know. I'm sorry, Amber. We don't want you to get hangry over there.
No. Fun fact: Spanish people eat dinner at 9 p.m.
Well,
Yes,
then perfect. Look at that.
Siesta. You have the siesta.
You have another hour before dinner.
Exactly. So it's just nice. I'm gonna unwind, prepare my food, and just have like a horror imagination about like what you guys are gonna Photoshop me in.
Oh, you got to send me some pictures, and I will make a whole campaign of the legendary Amber the Beast Wong.
I still think if we can get an action photo of you, like say if you're running downfield gunning, we'll just use the silhouette, and then like Eugene said, superimpose like the Bigfoot running through the forest,
I will look through my photos. Okay, there aren't so many from 2009.
Oh, we don't need 2009. I could use whatever, or even have you take a new picture where it looks like you're walking and we could see the marker going backwards, your hand forward, and I'll make a full-on t-shirt. I kid you not. I will. Well, we'll talk afterwards. So let's end this podcast because listeners are going to be all like, man, these people are now retarded. Jeez.
Okay.
No, but I've had so much fun, guys.
Well, no, we
definitely.
really thank you for coming on.
Really fun. And thank you, Carl. Well, shout out to Carl Miller for
bringing us
arranging
together.
this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's like my little handler. He handles everything. It's funny because it just started out by talking to him and bringing him on because he's part of Destiny, to now if he disappears, I don't know where to get guests from. And then all of a sudden he'll reappear and he'll be like, so okay, you're going to be having this guest on this day. You're going to go with this guest on this day. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Let's arrange it. So that's how this all came about.
That's amazing. I was supposed to hang out with him at Cup, and then we were all so busy that we did not. I'm going to see if I can make it up to Lin Trong's charity event next month.
That's local for us. That's local.
That's literally down.
We'll actually get a chance to meet up.
I hope so. I hope so.
I'm not in town.
Oh, my light. See, my light died.
Your light's saying, "Hey, it's time to."
That's how long we've been here. Okay. So yeah, I hope hopefully if Dennis is in town, then we can meet up. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. And before we let you go, go ahead and shout out, anywhere that we can find you, the company's website. Please let us know where we can see your guys' products.
Okay, for custom gear, you guys want to go to www.anthraxpaintball.com, ANTHRAX paintball.com. But if you guys want to take advantage of all the Black Friday stuff and Anthrax branded goods, then you go to shopanthrax.com. So SHOPANTHRAX.com. And Black Friday starts in the 24th.
You don't have to say, you could say the date because I gotta edit this.
Yeah, we've got to edit this down.
I gotta get this up by tomorrow. So
24th on midnight.
24th of November.
The 24th of November.
Yep, and then it's gonna run through all the way until Cyber Monday.
Sweet.
Awesome.
So you get up to 60% off on lots of stuff and those sweet backpacks too. And then we'll talk.
Yes. And for anybody who happens to come across you on Instagram, I'm looking at the video of you beating up three guys right now. This is awesome.
5'2", the beast.
Yeah.
The look, the beast.
Guys, always wear groin guards. Just saying.
Especially if you're with Amber. You don't want to just the tap. She says it's just a tap. Yeah, you know that.
it's like Caesar Milan. It's like Caesar Milan and the dogs.
Well, you guys are really soft there, just be careful.
But I like how you've described each time. It's really soft, and then
Really
I turn
soft.
around and he's on the ground. It's like
I was just really surprised because it was like stepping on a pillow, It was honest. It was just like, ooh.
and with that, we're going to take a break and let Amber Wong go.
Thank you guys for having me.
It's been great, Amber. But hold on one second. We're going to take a break, everybody else, and we'll come back so you can hear me and Dennis give our closing. So anyways, enjoy our sponsors that we're about to put up. So hold on. Oh, now my mouse is not working, but all right. So we'll be right back. And welcome back from our short break that we had there. But this has been, I think this is going to go at the end of part 2.
Yeah.
Because
this will be the end of part 2.
Because part 1, I think I'm just going to cut and then start over again. Because this has definitely been a long podcast, but also an awesome podcast.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I mean, Amber came on, shared some great stories. We obviously went off in 10,000 different directions, which is fine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's definitely par for the course because we do that. But no, it was an incredible show. It
was enjoyable. I mean, I went into this a little nervous because I was kind of like, okay, are we going to be able to have enough to talk to her about? Because I don't really never met her. Don't really know her, but now we know that she's been around since the beginning of paintball.
Yep.
Because, it's the legendary
Amber Wong.
No, not just Amber Wong, the Beast.
Oh, yes,
Amber
yes.
Wong.
The legendary Amber the Beast Wong. Yes.
But it was a real pleasure
Look for
to
the
be.
t-shirts, you guys. Look for the t-shirts.
Oh, I will make one just for her because that would be funny. That'd be an awesome shirt. Oh, I can't wait. I'm already picturing it in my head.
I'm picturing it too.
Oh, I got to come up with something. But okay, so take you guys out there. Be ready for that. But it was awesome that we're now. You could sort of say we are like international.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, Barcelona, Spain. Anthrax is in Crete.
They're based out of Greece. Yeah.
It's so it's really cool to be able to actually reach out, and this is how big paintball really is, guys. It's not just here in our state, and it's not just played in our states. This is a worldwide thing. This stretches from our coast all the way around the world, and it'll touch back on our coast because that's how big this is.
Careful you don't lean into you don't start like singing the Marines theme song, From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli,
Hey, no offense out there to Chris Rangel, which I'm sure he's never going to listen to this, but
but Jeff might.
But Jeff's a fellow soldier, so
no, true. But he's not
a crayon eater. He's one of us.
Uncle Sam's misguided children.
We got to put together a little Christmas package for Chris Rangel. I'll send that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Crayons, and more crayons. To all my Marine friends out there, I will put some crayons in a card and send those out. Definitely. But really, honestly, it was a great podcast. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a fantastic episode. She was an absolute pleasure to have on. I know I've said it a few times in the past with some of our previous guests, but it seems like everybody that we've been getting on the show has just been just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. So for those of you guys out there that want to come on the show, look, we're not one of those shows that is sitting down, has a list of questions, and we're just going to go through the questions and get you off. This is something that we're just we're relaxed, but we sit back and want to talk to you, want to know about you. And whether you're a small, player on a team to a pro that's out there, we want to just get to know you. We want people to get to know you and realize that, this sport is made up of just regular people, whether you're a pro or you're not. Everyone's just a regular person, and we just love playing the sport. So I think with that, we are going to end this podcast. A great, great podcast. So like I always say, get out there, go to the fields, throw your money down at the stores, put money into this sport. Let's grow this sport. And if you could shoot, you can move, you can play this sport. Doesn't matter who you are. So let's do that. Let's get out there and get this thing going, because we got 2022 coming up. The season's over for the NXL, and everyone's in hiatus. This is the time for you guys to start getting out there, start, training for the next season. So just like the Cyclones, it ain't stopping for them. So get out there, start practicing, keep going. I guess that's it for us for now. You guys can check us out on Instagram at Behind the Mask Media. On Instagram, you guys could also find our YouTube channel at Behind the Mask. We got a couple videos up there. This is going to go up there on there. Two of them will, because it's part one. Part two. Also, if you can reach out to us, which somebody has reached out to us, which was awesome, at our Gmail, which is behindthemaskmedia@gmail.com. And you can message us if you guys want to be on the show. Send us a message. Give us a story about who you are, what you're about. And we definitely will, read it and reach out to you. If we want to get you on, we'll get you on. All right. So I guess anything else, Dennis? You got anything?
No, I think you summed it up pretty well. Fantastic episode. Amber was super gracious to come on, talk with us.
Definitely.
And off mic, we had an even more, fun conversation talking about all kinds of random stuff. So just absolute fun today. And like Eugene said, get out there, support your local shop, support your local fields, and just ball out, have fun.
Definitely. All right. So that's it. I'm Eugene.
I'm Dennis.
And this is Behind the Mask.